Let's bring him right now, of course, one of the senior leaders on this Aztec team, which posted its third consecutive double-digit victory season. Back on with the Cannons, Cameron Kelly. Hey, Cameron, how you doing today?
I'm doing good. How are y'all?
We are doing well, Cameron. You know, we talked to you earlier in the year before you guys had lost any games, and then you had those back-to-back losses, obviously disappointing games against Boise and Fresno. Talk about getting this team back on track and what you guys had to do as leaders on this team, Cameron, to get everyone's head right and finish the season strong.
I remember specifically, after one of the practices, just pulled everybody up, and I just told everybody that, even though we had lost 2 games, that the season is going to go either one or two ways. It's either going to keep getting worse or we could turn it around. And, the team, everybody bought in, and we just continue to work hard. We continue to work harder every day at practice and treat our practices more like games. Now, not like we weren't practicing hard before, but we just turned the intensity up and just realized that we have to go 110% each practice and try and prepare better for games.
Cameron, when you're trying to get that point across, and especially to the younger guys, does it happen in, let's say, a player-only meeting scenario, or is it just individual conversations whenever you get the chance?
Well, the meeting that we had, it actually did happen with only players. Our coaches broke us out, and I just brought everybody up. We had been contemplating doing it, like maybe in the locker room or, but we just wanted to get into a situation where everybody was still in football mode. And, we were running off the field. I just called everybody up and we talked.
Cameron, as one of the senior leaders, obviously you and Rashad Penny have been part of this program for a number of years. What are your thoughts that, after all the hoopla about him not being a Doak Walker Award finalist, he ends up as a first-team consensus All-American running back. He finishes top 5 in the Heisman Trophy. What are the thoughts of you and some of Rashad's teammates about the accolades that are finally heading his way?
I mean, we're happy for him. We're all extremely, extremely happy for him because he's finally getting the recognition he deserves. Rashad's not even a guy that is really out there looking for recognition, so it makes it that much more sweet. We're probably more excited than he is, and it's just me and him live together. It's my roommate, so during the summer we just sat there and watched football games and just kind of talked about what we wanted to do in our dreams for the season. And, I didn't reach a lot of mine, but, I feel like I had a good season, and he excelled all of his. Everything that I said, I talked about him doing, everything he talked about doing, he just excelled it. And so I feel like he's more proud of himself beating and reaching his personal goals than any of the other accolades.
Well, we haven't heard a lot of that stuff, Cameron, because, again, Rashad, as you say, he's a zero-me guy. He's always about team. He never talks about himself in that respect. Did he have some goals? I mean, first of all, he could have opted out for the NFL, obviously. Had 1,000 yards last year back in DJ Pumphrey, but did he have some specific goals going into this season?
Yeah, I mean, me and him, like we talked, we live in a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom apartment, so it's just me and him. And so, we spent like majority of the summer together just dreaming and talking. His dream was, he said, I had 1,000 yards, I really want 2,000. And then he said, I really want, over 20 touchdowns, and I really just want to be able to lead these guys and just be able to be a part of this one more time and actually be a feature back. And so, he obviously got the feature back, reached that goal, and then he reached 2,000 and just kept running it up from there, reached 20 touchdowns. He's just having an amazing year, and he's doing everything that we knew he could do.
Cameron, listen, it's just the three of us here talking. No one's listening. Who's got the cleaner bathroom?
I do.
Okay. All right. So there's a knock against Rashad Penny. He's not perfect, folks.
Your mom insisted growing up. I have to deal with this. I have 2 sons basically your age, Cameron, and neither one of them has figured out how to clean a bathroom. What do I have to do to get them to clean the bathroom?
Yeah, we both keep our bathrooms clean, but I'm a neat freak. I feel like I'm a germaphobe, so everything has to be in perfect order.
All right, I'm going to have to introduce you to my sons, Cameron.
Cameron,
really use your help.
As long as we're, saying congratulations to you, first team All Mountain West Conference. I mean, I don't know, was that a goal for you before the season started?
I mean, I actually had a higher goal. Me and my dad talked about I wanted to be able to at least be a Jim Thorpe finalist or be somewhere in there. But, I shot for the stars and ended up landing somewhere in the clouds. So I'm thankful for that. Any blessings that come my way, I'm thankful for. And I'm really most thankful for having another double-digit season and being able to stay healthy and just have another good season with my brothers.
Cameron, now you guys get ready for the Armed Forces Bowl against Army. First of all, did you see any of the Army-Navy game?
I actually did. We watched the film, but I didn't get to watch it live.
Sort of cool, though, with all the snow going on. I mean,
yeah, exactly. They're hard to see on film from the sky view with their all-white uniforms.
Yeah. Well, we were just wondering, the fact that you guys played Air Force, and that was a really tough game, tough circumstances, crazy weather in that Air Force game, does that game help you prepare for a team like Army?
Most definitely, because, you know, they run the same style offense. Their mentality each time they line up is the same. The only difference between, I think, Air Force and Army is I think Army, you know, they run a little bit more from the gun, so it's kind of hard to see the flow of everything. And Army's quarterback really, really likes to keep the ball. You know, 4 games in a row, they didn't throw one pass. And in the Navy game, they only threw one pass. So Air Force, I feel like they try to throw the ball a little bit more, and Army's just straight at you and a lot of misdirection stuff. But most likely the quarterback's going to try and keep it. But just seeing the flow and just seeing those type of formations in the Air Force game and having film to go back on and look at which plays worked and which plays didn't is for sure going to help us out.
The Aztecs' Kameron Kelly with us here on the Loose Cannons. Cameron, as far as the bowl prep is concerned in relation to what a regular season week would be like, how different is it?
Well, you know, last week we had practice towards the end of the week. We started on Wednesday and just treated Wednesday like a Monday and practiced through Saturday. And I feel like the closer and closer we get, the more the intensity picks up. But last week we went one day with full pads, and so that was basically like a scrimmage. They give us looks at scout team guys cutting us so we can get used to fighting off those types of blocks. But, you know, I feel like as the season coming to an end, like everybody's just trying to take advantage and make the most out of just being with each other one last time. So you can tell the excitement is just growing the more and more we get closer to it.
Yeah, and of course you also have all the activities leading up to the bowl game. You've been obviously through this several times already, Cameron.
Yes, sir.
I mean, does Coach Long let you sort of soak in sort of a reward? I mean, the idea of bowl games, honestly, back in the day, Cameron, before everybody seemed to, you know, get into these bowl games, was it's a reward. I mean, you're rewarded for a great season, and you got all these activities. Is Rocky one of those coaches that really allows the players to enjoy all the festivities leading up to the game?
Oh yeah, we definitely, you know, we have a good time at all the events, and Coach Long, he repeats over and over again that we are being congratulated for our season, and that this is something that not every team gets to do, and that we need to make the most of it and be able to have fun and soak it all in. But at the same time, the biggest deal is winning, you know. So while we're having all of our fun, whenever we're on the field and we need to put all of our attention to Army, we have to have our undivided.
Cameron, you're going to play your final game as an Aztec here in a week and a half or so, or 2 weeks, whatever the date is. And then what are the plans? Do you start getting ready for? How hard are you going to go after the NFL? You start ready for the pro day?
Yes, sir. Yeah, I'm gonna go after it with everything I have. You know, I'm gonna sign with an agent after the game, and then figure out where I'm gonna train at. Most likely, I'll end up probably being in Fort Worth, where the bowl game is gonna be, training out there, because that's like 45 minutes away from where I grew up. Mm-hmm. So probably just train out there and see where God takes me from here.
I was gonna say, does it seem like your career has gone quickly at San Diego State?
It for sure flew by. It feels like yesterday, my freshman year, I was returning kicks, and my freshman year, I went through a serious injury, and then I came back in my sophomore year. Trey got hurt in the first game, and I ended up starting. And then junior year, me and Trey were kind of splitting time, and that flew by because those 2 championship seasons were so much fun. And then this year, I feel like just yesterday it was the Stanford game. So it's insane. It really flew by, and the only advice I can give to anybody that's any advice to anybody that's going through something, just make the most of it and try and find all the little blessings and in everything.
And does it seem ironic that a kid from Texas plays his final college game in Texas?
I was telling my dad, I was like, man, last year DJ finished in his hometown, and this year I get to finish in mine. So I'm really excited about that.
So you're going to have a few family members out there?
Yeah, my mom gave me some unrealistic number, like 50 tickets. I don't know how many I'm Ticketmaster or something, but I'm going to try and get as many as I can.
Hey, Cameron, when the bowl game's over and before you start the process of getting ready to become an NFL player, when you look back at your time as an Aztec, do you have one favorite moment that sticks out above the rest, or just one memory that to you comes immediately to mind when you think about your career as someone who played for the Red and Black?
Yeah, I mean, from a games perspective, either the Stanford game and then for sure the 2 championships. And then my one thing that I'll never forget ever, even if I get amnesia or something, is that Air Force weather. Like, I've never played in anything like that. I felt like I was in a legit hurricane. And then, we all went to the locker room, and the windows were open in the locker room. We couldn't figure out how to close them. So we turned the showers on, and all the showers, and our whole team just sitting there huddled up, just trying to stay warm. And I really felt like I was in a war movie or something. So we went out there and ended up coming back to win. So that was for sure something that's just like, when they talk about a team and you talk about doing stuff with your brothers, like, that's some real family stuff. Like, I wouldn't trade that for the world. So.
Some crazy things. You had the blackout situation in the Stanford game. Lights went out in that game. But when it was all said and done, a 10-2 season for the Aztecs, chance for another 11-win season. That would make 3 in a row. And the fact that only Alabama and Clemson, Cameron, have won more games over the last 3 years than the Aztecs, that's something to be proud of.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much.
All right, well, Cameron, we wish you the best in the Armed Forces. Bulls, say hi to your entire family down there. 100 tickets now. Mom wants 100. She's got a lot more friends that suddenly realize her son is going to be playing there in Fort Worth. All the best to you, Cameron. We'll talk to you down the road.
Yes, sir. Thank y'all very much.